Hey guys, in this video, I want to show you how to get approved to open a Creative Market shop. So before you can even dive in and start selling on Creative Market, you have to create a portfolio, reference something that you've already created. In this video, I want to show you two strategies to open up a shop on Creative Market. So first things first, let's go ahead and go to creativemarket.com. If you don't already have an account, go ahead and join now. And so for the purpose of this video, I'm using a fake account just so that I can walk you through the process. But if you're curious in checking out what my shop looks like, it's creativemarket.com/thegypsygoddess. So you can see all the different kind of products that I sell on my Creative Market shop, and hopefully this will give you some ideas. But for the purpose of this video, once you sign in, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in with my second account. To open up a shop, we're going to go to open a shop right over here. So it'll have this button right here which says open a shop. Before you even apply to Creative Market to open a shop, but I'm just walking you through the process. So when you're actually ready to apply for a Creative Market shop, this is where you want to go. You can actually link to where you sell online if you already have a shop somewhere else, and then you also should think about why you want to open up a shop on Creative Market. When you're done, when you've got all of these answers and the links to your design portfolio, you can go ahead and click on request invite. But we're not going to do that yet. So the two strategies that I actually want to absolutely share with you is, I want you to ask yourself, do you have a shop already? If you don't have a shop, the fastest way to actually do that, even if you don't have any actual products yet, you can definitely start creating some products and figuring out what kind of stuff you want to sell on Creative Market. I have a second shop on Gumroad, so this is kind of like an alternative to selling on Creative Market. What I actually did was I created this after my Creative Market shop. If you want to go ahead and do it like the easy way, I would suggest working on 2 or 3 products that you can upload on your Gumroad shop and getting the files ready that way. What I ended up doing, and so this came later, but if you wanted to use this idea, I would create an actual shop on Gumroad and use this when you apply for a Creative Market shop. But what I did was I've had my Society 6 shop open for a while. So the reason I wanted to sell on Creative Market was to sell my Photoshop brushes. Ended up creating a whole bunch of patterns on the brushes that I pre-made. Before I even started on selling at Creative Market, I created a whole bunch of patterns to test, and this was a good way for me to test and see if people were really going to find it useful. And so I spent 2 months, and at that time I was freelancing from home, and so whatever extra time I had, I would just make some patterns. So this is like some of my early patterns: boho trippin, neon turquoise tie-dye, and then some of these other tie-dye looking patterns that I created. I actually spent the bulk of my time creating patterns just to see if people would find this interesting. So I also started with this pattern right here, Spiral Surf, and this actually prompted me to create a set of those spiral brushes, and that's actually volume 2. So if you check out my Creative Market shop, see that I sell them here, digital tie-dye spiral. So this is my best-selling product on Creative Market. But before I even had this going, I had maybe under 10 brushes in this set, and I wanted to test them out on actual patterns. And so what I did was I created patterns and uploaded them on my Society 6 shop. So that's one way you can test it out. If you already make artwork and you're on Society 6 or even Redbubble, you can either use Society 6, or if you have a Redbubble account, you can definitely use either shop as a portfolio link. Or the other alternative is, if you don't really sell artwork or patterns, any of these shops, you can go ahead and just create a Gumroad account. Once you've got that going, I know that Creative Market likes it when you have a cohesive branding. So if you do have a graphic design portfolio or an illustration portfolio online, the best way to get approved is to create a cohesive branding. Used one of my old graphic design portfolios. When I first applied to Creative Market, the first time I got denied because none of my pieces were cohesive. They didn't look like they belonged in a collection or a set. That's like something that you want to think about. I have another video on YouTube. It's a Redbubble setting up your shop. I think it's the branding one. So check that out and it'll help guide you into creating a brand like cohesive collection for your work. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. But my suggestion, once you've got the Gumroad shop going or the Redbubble or the Society 6, you can definitely go ahead and use that to start selling and opening up a shop on Creative Market. Hopefully this video gave you a little bit of insight. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll link all of my contact information and some of my links to my Creative Market and my Gumroad shop. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.